All right. Good morning. It is December 2nd. I was going to say 22nd, but it's the 2nd. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And we are going to have a little bit of fun. It's going to be a short one today. But let's go ahead and start. Andy, you've put together a little video. Why don't you tell us about this, please?
So I was at El Tour de Tucson. I was at the Veterans Park at Quail Creek and took a bunch of stills. The video is off my iPhone. And this is just a quick thing I put into the GoPro Quick app. And it basically creates it.
Okay.
You can do themes. And it just, so this is my kind of first shot at a video.
Okay. Well, let's check it out. Okay.
Last thing was me in the pack riding home.
Okay.
Was that right?
After the race.
My iPhone while I'm chasing those guys.
Well, what do we think of that video?
It was bright, nice. It was kind of super saturated, but I liked it. It gave it a style that I liked, and the framing gave it a style that I liked.
We shoot El Tour to death in this class. We did something that everybody should learn from, and that's called tight shots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Headshots. We never see this.
I got lots
We see
of-
this mass, a really nice job.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was good.
I'm working on one when I learned Da Vinci. Because I do a lot of tight shots when I do sports. Ton.
How much control do you have over that GoPro program in terms of what you can?
You can do a custom, so I can go back and custom that and make some of those frames last longer.
Oh, okay.
All that stuff. You can change everything on it. You get a lot of control over it.
So they give you lots of options in terms of your transition. You had some of these like little effects where it would do that. And you have some control over that?
Yeah. That was just a pre-done one.
Yeah.
You just want to do quick down and dirty. Like every photo I take on my iPhone will go right up to that software.
Okay.
So it would just create its own video, but you can do a custom one where you've got control. Now, I don't think you can do voiceover. I don't know. Todd, do you know anything about that?
I don't know about that on GoPro because I haven't tried to use
Yeah, you can.
anything like that.
Yeah, you
I
can.
used it once. It's terrible.
But what about the music? Did you select the music or did GoPro do that?
That was in the theme, but I can select the music if I did a custom.
Oh, so you could pick the same style in terms of the transition, but then you
I
could
don't
change the
think so.
music?
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
haven't played with it enough.
Okay.
Well, I liked that it was quick too. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
like he
Thank
said, we've seen an awful lot of videos, and this was different and quick and enough.
Well, those are kind of designed to throw on like Instagram,
TikTok.
TikTok stuff.
Yeah,
Because I find if it's more than a minute, people are not.
sure. We talked about that a bunch. If you ever look at the YouTube analytics, it is downright scary how fast people tune out of a video.
Yeah.
And you think you've got something that's just a masterpiece.
Yes.
And then about in 30 seconds in, the viewership is like 90, and about 30 seconds, it plummets to about 10% if you're lucky.
Even if you put 6 photos on Facebook or Instagram, people don't click on the
Right.
one after the second one.
Right. Oh, yeah. Now, how have you're starting with Da Vinci, you're just starting to play with a little bit.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
haven't spent enough time on it.
Okay. Well, at some point,
We're looking for
I think in
Todd to
January.
go.
the Todd Taylor Da Vinci workshop will be happening in January.
It's just kind of an intro to
Yeah,
Da Vinci.
and that'll be good for anybody. The thing that's nice for those that don't have it or want it, it's free download.
Yep.
And it's a very deep program. And the free version really is nice. So there's a lot of flexibility and things you can do, but certainly having somebody that's done it, like Todd, really will help.
Outstanding question on Da Vinci, which beat me. Do you know where it saves the material? Is
Well, you pick where it saves it.
that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Because that's what I did.
mine's set up for, I think I have mine set up for like every 5 minutes to save whatever I've
Sorry,
done,
No, I meant the individual clips.
where it saves them.
Yeah.
You put them in a folder to start and then,
I put them in a folder to start.
we've talked about that.
Yeah.
Todd, tell everybody what you're doing in terms of you've got your folders for music.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell everybody what you're doing.
Well, I mean, I have any of the projects I'm starting, I have a folder that I start. So it starts and there's several folders inside that. And so each time I go to do like any of the ones I do, it has documentation, it has videos, it has photos, it has audio, and then it has where I'm saving the final cuts or the test runs that I'm doing and everything. So I set that. So my process is,
I'm just gonna say you have a folder for each of those categories.
yeah. My process is as soon as I download all my photos or videos, I put them in one folder and everything, but then I import them into my Da Vinci folder for each movie or video that I'm doing and everything. So everything goes right in there. And so that's where I access everything from, because if you don't do that, if you're switching computers, because I have a laptop and a desktop, it won't follow it if I just leave it on the original download that I did.
Yep.
So this way I can move it back and forth with me, and then otherwise you get the red screen of sorry, offline.
Claire, does that answer your question, Lee?
I think so. I think so. I approached it a little differently, so
So what are you doing?
You're asking where the files are physically?
yes, yeah. Because I developed my own system with Adobe. I had my video folder, my stills folder, my music folder, my narration
Well,
folder.
that's what he's saying.
So I knew where they were. And when I went into Da Vinci, I couldn't find where to put them. So that was one of the reasons that I just gave up in disgust.
Importing into the program?
No, after I run the program,
Oh, yeah.
where were they? I couldn't go back and find them.
So when you import them into Da Vinci, where did you import them from?
From the thing up top, that's a year or 3 ago now. I'm back in Adobe. Pre-records, But I was just interested on that because I found that really frustrating.
Yeah, well,
I couldn't control it.
I mean, I take my originals, so I'll take all my photos, I'll go through first before I even get to Da Vinci and go into Photoshop.
Of course.
I resize them if I need to or make any adjustments and put them in a folder by itself. And then I bring that folder into my Da Vinci folder. That's how I do it.
Everybody's got a different,
Yeah.
maybe way that they like to organize materials. The way that Todd does it is the way that I kind of do it too, in terms of having one folder for each project.
Yep.
And have all my materials in there, so I might have it on some other hard drive, and where's that photo?
Yes.
That way you've got everything and you just have it all in one nice folder and away you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you. Just interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
well, the Todd Taylor workshop will be happening in January. Okay, does anybody have anything else on that? All right, well, this is gonna be quick. I'm gonna show you, I brought a video just in case. Cause I thought, boy, nobody sent me anything today or said I'm bringing stuff. This is I've shown this a long time ago and part of it. This is a video that I did for a pool company in central Illinois, San Juan Pools. And the thing that they do in these projects is they're going in and it's not just putting a pool in, it's all the other stuff that goes into these projects in terms of the landscaping and whatever they're doing. And so every summer I would go out and we would shoot still photos of these pools that they would use to advertise. Well, when I got the drone, we started doing some of that. We were using the drone to shoot the stills, and I'm like, well, heck, we might as well shoot some video while we're here. So this is a video of some of the properties. These are all in Central Illinois, and you can just see what some people have some cash, is all I'm saying. do you think of that?
So who is the intended audience?
It's basically prospective homeowners to see what can be done with, especially the landscaping and stuff. If you notice, it's not like they just slap a pool in here and there you go. They're doing like all that rock work that you saw
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. They're doing all that. So
Do they only make rectangular pools?
Yeah,
yes,
pretty much.
yes,
You know what freaked me out was the music would go down and I'm
Right.
thinking, okay, this is the end, and all of a sudden they go back up.
I probably looped that twice, I think. So
What year did you make this?
this was in 18, so it's 6 years ago. So, yeah, and I saw a little, thing in there, little, there was a thing where I think there was a
flash frame.
well, the flash, but that was not in there. I don't know if that was in the computer or what, but there was a, thing where in one of the scenes, there was probably a little bit move up and it kind of had a jerk. I should cut that out. So,
So how many minutes a year in Illinois do they get to use those pools?
summertime.
Yeah, not many.
Both months.
Yes.
3 months tops.
The interesting thing about, there was the one shot of you saw there was 3 pools,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right? Then, hang on if I got it. Right there.
yeah.
They did all 3 of those pools. What happens is one neighbor sees what's being done. Oh, that's great. Well, then I can do better than Bob. And then they come in and then they do,
Yeah, that's amazing. That's an amazing shot. And I thought maybe you'd composite it, but it's actually 3 pools.
3 pools.
Wow.
And that's how they end up getting a lot of their work is neighbors see it, they see what's being done. You know, like the one that always impressed me was the stonework at this one right here.
Yeah.
That's all man-made, that stone wall.
And that's what they did.
They will work in conjunction with the landscaping company to design all this and figure out, they're gonna do the paving and all the other stuff and how they're gonna do all the shrubbery on the side, whatever they're gonna do, they go in and do. So it's quite the process. And I think there was one, and I didn't show it in this one, there was one house, and I can't show it, but I think they spent over 300,000 on the pool. And back here.
Living in this place?
Oh, yeah,
There's no people in the whole thing.
that's why we shot.
Did you have to shoot the various days and then put it together?
Well, what we did is we go around, they know we're coming, the people know we're coming, so
It's all staged.
everything is staged, all the umbrellas are set up, everything's ready to go, the pool's all clean. I mean,
Right.
I think that's part of the deal too, when you see like, look at the coordination of colors. Somebody's got the aqua, canopies, they've got the aqua chairs, so anyway.
It does seem like what's missing though, are people having fun in and around the pool.
Yeah, these homeowners would not want to be in this.
No. Well, maybe not them, but you bring in
Well,
a cast of characters and stuff,
this isn't that kind of a production.
Oh, yeah.
No profit.
There's no bars either. My son-in-law does,
Yeah,
he does construction.
sure.
And he had this home in a parade of homes
Yeah.
that had a pool kind of like that one. But one out had a nice bar within the pool.
Sure.
One of them.
In the pool, yeah, one of
One
them.
did?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't see it.
I
I didn't see a bar inside.
I didn't see a bar in the pool.
No.
There isn't, not in these.
I have just a funny story about that because I was looking at putting a pool in my backyard in Pennsylvania.
Right.
And at that time, I used to travel down to the Caribbean a lot, going to resorts. And so we talked to the contractor and said, well, we want a bar at the one end. And they're like, oh, for exercise. And my wife and I just started calling. No.
The drinking bar.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering, some of them are obviously have fencing that's a little ways from the pool,
Sure.
but a lot of them seem like none of them had fencing right around the pool.
There's all fencing somewhere on the property. There has, it's a law.
Had fencing on the property when you
They
think
never,
kids running back and forth and stuff.
well, they don't have any of that in terms of, but they're all these properties, you'll see fencing of some kind around the property.
You can't get insurance without it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
I
something.
don't think you can get a permit.
Well,
Yeah, there's might be that too.
some states require if you have a pool, you have to fence it.
Yeah, oh,
Illinois doesn't apparently.
they don't?
Well, meaning you gotta have fencing, but that's probably the closest one that you would see.
That was the most fence that I
Yeah.
saw where it was closest to the pool, which
There might
is
be
what
others.
I kind of expect to see for all of them,
Yeah,
but
well, the
I
other,
guess they don't have those rules there.
yeah, the other thing I'll tell you that was interesting flying the drone. When I was doing some of those shots where I'm flying, let's say like the first one, as I would start to fly and I'm flying directly over the pool, what happens is all at once you'll see me start to go up. Well, there's a dip. What happens is the sensors don't see the water. I'm trying to fly at that level.
Wow.
And so the drone wants to go down to, it sees the bottom of the pool.
That's-
And then I end up having to, and I learned that real quick at the first one, because it was like.
When it took a dip.
Yeah, almost took a dip. So I ended up, okay, as I'm flying directly over the pool, I've got to power up and, lift that drone up so that it does not go over the pool. So, okay,
Nice job, not a shadow.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's really good.
yeah, it worked out well. That's where you can control everything.
A number of your drone shots had very, very nice alignment. You're able to control the drone that accurately to get everything parallel, and perpendicular, or whatever.
No, I'm not doing anything to correct for perspective, so everything's pretty good in terms of that. I mean, yeah, you're flying at a fairly low angle, so your buildings are gonna be pretty close to being correct in terms of perspective. So I probably could go in and do some of that now. I know so much more about Final Cut than I did even back then. And you can correct perspective, but I didn't do that on any of this, so. And there's stuff I would change with this, but this was just a nice little video for them, so.
How long was that?
Was it 9 minutes? It was 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes, so. Hey,
You gotta,
They probably show that at trade shows.
yes, you betcha. They would definitely do that. When we first started, they would have the photography up on their display. And then they started running these. And then we actually even did a version for the landscaping company, would tag them so that they could use that for their promotion too. So anyway, it was fun shoot doing those.
you got a percentage commission for each home?
No. No, but the interesting thing is the company does quite well.
Yeah.
The neighbors see it. These people have money and
Yeah, there's some pretty big homes in
there
there,
are some very big homes.
very big.
And like I said, there was one that they did one time, and I have stills of it, but this is before we did video. And they've done an indoor pool, and it was all the whole structure of the indoor pool was all like a log cabin or a thing. It just unbelievably beautiful. But anyway.
Do you see any reason why they didn't have any curves in the pools, that they're all squared off?
It's just designed, this is the way their pools are designed. I mean, they have, really, if you look at that pool,
It's a little bit, yeah.
there's a little bit of a thing going on, but they're not, they're fiberglass
They're prefab.
shells, they're
Oh,
prefab
okay.
shells, and they're doing it. It's not a custom pool in that regard. And then they also have although we didn't shoot any on this one, but they have a roller canopy that goes over the top of the
Well,
pool.
there was one there in one of the shots.
Did I have one?
Yeah,
It's at the end of the pool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's into the pool. So anyway, they do all that stuff and, anyway, so it's a nice little company. All right. Does anybody have anything else? Well, I think,
You can't show like screen share from a phone. right?
I can try. You have something you want to try this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be fun, I think.
Well, let me do this. What I'm going to do, in case this doesn't work, I'm going to stop the recording and then we will try this and see if we can do this, Ollie.
Airdrop it?
Well, if you airdrop, can you airdrop it to me? That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. See, they're all in, movies on the phone.
Oh, is it something you have to play through your phone?
Well, that's what I don't know.
There you go. Export and pair. Okay, and do airdrop, click on that. And then there it is.
Okay.
Click on it. Okay, give it a second. It's coming in. Let me accept it. Hang on a second. It's coming. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll have a seat and let us know then what this is all about. Holly's got a movie.
This is a quickie magic movie I did when I went home. Craig Lalone, who's a hockey star, won the Stanley Cup. And he threw a party for the neighbors and family. And so I made this little quick movie for them. So that was the audience, but it was done like a prefab program.
Okay.
Quick and easy.
All right, let's check it out. Okay. What do we think of that?
I think the shots were too quick.
What?
What team was that?
Oh,
The Lightning, the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, okay.
there, he knows. I'm a sports fan, but I like Derek.
Todd was asking, Todd's shots were too quick. It's automated. Can you
Yeah.
tell it how long you like shots, or do you just
No,
you put everything in the crock pot and it does it say?
Right.
Is that it?
yes.
Okay.
You can pick a few things. I can't even remember what, but I've got a bunch of them in here, like To McCockery is one and Hidden Falls and Trip to Ruby. I don't even remember what they were. But the thing is, they're so quick to do.
Yeah.
And if you're like stuck on a bus or something, like I did one on geysers once when I was on a bus trip that included national parks.
Okay.
So you're stuck in the bus, and what are you gonna do? You're not
Sure.
gonna get out your computer, but you can do these on the phone.
Do you-
Take pictures on the phone.
Can you tell it what text? Or is that all generated?
Not-
What, no, just the text itself, like
Yes.
all these things
Yeah, what you say.
in coaching success, all this.
It's like, it has text that you change,
Okay. Oh, so changeable text.
changeable text.
Okay.
So what it actually says, I decided, but what this said originally, I can't even tell you anymore.
Okay.
The most amazing part is that Derek has all his teeth.
Sticker borrow.
I saw one of the interesting things about the Stanley Cup is whatever team wins, that cup gets passed, each player
Yes.
gets to take it home.
Yeah, that was
And-
this year,
And
so,
Take it home just for a time. or-
Yeah, yeah.
One day.
for a year.
Okay.
They,
The neighbor had it.
each player or coach gets it for one day.
Yeah,
No kidding.
and they do all kind of crazy stuff with it.
Yes, they do.
Oh, yeah.
This is his one day.
But it's interesting in that regard. Just, yeah, that's very fun though.
So it showed, you put the photos, but then it did the zooms in or zooms or changed it.
Well, you can change the place a little bit, because when it does it, sometimes it'll cut off somebody's head at the wrong time.
Oh, so you can tell
So
it.
you can position,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What app is that?
iMovie on the phone. Magic
Oh,
movie.
okay.
Yeah.
Is it?
That's the trailer program, isn't it?
It's iMovie Magic Movie, not
Oh,
trailer. This is another fun one. You might like. It's less than 2 minutes.
Do
So
one more.
you better.
Okay, go
How
ahead.
did we do that?
You gotta share, and
And
then you're gonna edit, that's it. And then you're gonna click on AirDrop, or you can just, now that I'm there, now click on that. See, then it'll come up and I'll say accept. See that, Jim?
Yeah.
So just that you can do this is kind of fun.
Save to hard or to download. Hang on a second. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they've closed Ruby now.
Okay, here we
So that's why I thought you might be interested in this.
One thing I really liked about that was that the pictures were up for a nice amount of time in terms of where we could see it.
Yeah.
Now, is that something that you tell it you want that kind? Because when we look at the hockey one versus this one, it's certainly different energy.
Right.
Is it a theme?
It probably it is. You know, I
Okay.
haven't done these for a few years.
Okay,
But I know you can choose your music. You can choose the theme,
okay,
and that has the music.
okay,
And you cannot choose music other than the theme music.
okay,
Sometimes I choose by theme, and it's probably just a slower pace.
okay. Yeah, it was a nice pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else for today? All right, well, we are meeting again next week. I am gonna be drinking Hawaiian tropical drinks next Monday. So Mr. Taylor will be hosting. We will meet on the 9th, and hope everyone has a great week, and we will see you later. Bye-bye, everybody.